So what are we doing today?
We are going back to SeaWorld for my birthday.
Woohoo!
Went to SeaWorld for the first time. For her
Ever?
birthday.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Alright. So SeaWorld it is. Was that awesome again?
Yes!
Oh, yeah. Oh, why? Calm down, Dora. Watch out, watch out. That's what I was saying, you gotta watch out. Did it get the fish?
Yeah. It shot out of her hand. I got you. Oh no, it's too far.
You got it, bro. But be sure to do it quick, okay? Yeah, there you go. Oh, Rob. This was the one with the punctured lung.
But the one that was sideways.
Yeah.
That's her.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
a great time, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't been up here in a week, so I'm like, who is this? Is that the... Yeah,
Right.
That's her. This is the one who just came in last night, as you can probably tell.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously a boat strike. Big girl. We just heard go a little under 2,000, so she's big.
Wow.
Big, wild one. Because our big ones are 2,000 and 3,000, and they're already extra large. So that's a huge wild manatee.
Wow.
My job today is to find people who like animals and want to see behind the scenes stuff. So here you are. I was like, I'm gonna catch you before you run away from me. The almost ran away. I think this is 12 feet.
Oh, jeez.
So that's Una. That's the one who's been here for almost 2 years.
Wow.
Una is the one who had entanglement. This is the boat strike. He or she was over there, and I moved that one over when we got the new one last night. Which is a good. If they make it into this pool, that means that's a good sign. That's like their graduation pool.
Oh, okay.
So, in that first one, their priority is to heal and to maintain their weight of what they came in at. This one is to gain. So they really just want to get larger before they can go back out to the wild. When they make it here, that's a good sign. SeaWorld does rescues and releases, but we are not really in charge of all of that. The FWC is. So Florida Fish and Wildlife.
You kind of turn it over to them to do the releasing?
Other way. So they're the ones who know about the rescue or release that's happening, and they'll assign a rescue to us, and then they'll assess the animals if they're going to be released or not. And they'll tell us when and where we can release them.
Wow.
So we're really just the middle person for rehabs.
That's awesome, though.
As if that's a small feat.
Right, right.
There's a lot going on. So, anyway, once they get here, that's a good time. But if you want, we can go ahead and go back.
Sure, that'd be awesome.
Yeah? Alright. Very cool. Most people like dolphins.
I know people will have to go back here. Well, only with the man.
That's right.
Alright, so just stay on the right side of this path on the way down. There's golf carts that look around. But anyway, this is part of our filtration area for sea turtles and manatees.
Wow.
Why do they have different filtration systems?
Yeah, it's separate for the sea turtles and the manatees? Salt and fresh water, I guess.
Yep. Sea turtles obviously have to have salt water. Manatees can be in any kind. Salt, brackish, or fresh. We have fresh water for them. They're a little easier to take care of.
Okay.
So we have a whole department at SeaWorld called the Habitat Department, and they are in charge of all the water for all the animals. So they're going to go around and test. We're going to go into the left here.
Sweet, baby.
They're kind of going to test all the water at least 3 times a day, check for oxygen, carbon, ozone, salinity, amount, temperature, everything and more. That's their job. Good thing they can do that because I don't know anything about water. How much water is at SeaWorld? How many gallons?
Had to be millions, I guess.
20,000 million 100,000 gallons.
That is a real number, and that's just about what it is. No, it's not a real number, but it was a great guess. 14 million gallons about.
Wow.
So it's a lot of water, and luckily our habitat department knows what to do. Your job is to be Habitat for the World, of course, and you live in Florida, so this is very relevant.
Right.
Hopefully you already are using reusable bags instead of plastic
For
ones.
groceries.
Yep.
I am bad
Hopefully
about
you're recycling.
We do that a little.
Okay, I'll take that.
There's a recycling place up the road.
We're gonna go over here to the left by this unit. But anyway, do what you can to help because our ocean needs a lot of help.
Absolutely.
We're
No, all the
lucky
trash
enough,
and
so-
stuff we see when we're sailing around is really
Probably
depressing.
I was gonna say it's probably awful.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to this spot I like to stop at. You said you have nothing else, like no other shows to get to or anything?
No, we're just, it's her
Perfect.
birthday, we're
It's
just
your
here to
birthday?
have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday. What's your name?
Aaliyah.
Very nice to meet you, Aaliyah. Glad that you're here. Alright, as you can see, this says Killer Whale Transport Unit. It really just means large animal transport unit, but killer whale sounds cool, so we put it on the side.
Yeah.
But this is not a used one, this is retired. There's this very large hole in the side, so it would not hold any water. Now, we would have to move an animal either from exhibit to exhibit or to another facility completely. Do you think it's easy to train a whale to get into one of these things?
No.
It is not. It can take well over a year to train them. And here's how this works. So you have to imagine just a sling that is designed for a whale. Big sling, has little flipper slits on the sides. Okay. So you can't just put that in the water and be like, okay, go. They're gonna be like, nope, and they'll swim away. They don't know what that is. That's weird with them. So you have to just get them used to having the sling as a thing that is in the water.
So do you leave it in the water for a long period of time until they get
Not a long period, just enough that they can see what it is. They'll go and play with it, look at it, explore, and
Like
then,
put food in it or
that's
something?
all done, and that's enough for that day.
You got like a standby team waiting for them to get in it. Like, ready to go now. Now's the time.
I wish it was even that. It's so much. Before we can even try to get them to look at this thing, let alone get in it, we have to have a positive relationship with the animal.
Yeah.
So our trainers
Wow.
work with them every single day for years for a lot of them, and if they don't have the relationship, then the animal's not going to trust it.
Yeah.
So they get into the sling eventually after weeks of just kind of getting used to the sling being there. They get into it, get positioned, and that's all for right then. And they keep working on that. It's just desensing them to getting into it. Eventually that sling can connect to a crane like the one right there. Okay. After that, the crane can hold them up into the air. That of course is its own thing. Like normally whales are not into the air. So it might take them a little bit to get used to that. They can move that animal into the unit, which is normally on a flatbed.
Okay.
And again, this is months and months and months after all this training. Eventually that flatbed can be driven to the destination.
Wow.
If it's in SeaWorld or somewhere nearby. If it's going to Georgia Aquarium or Mystic in Connecticut or SeaWorld San Diego, that flatbed drives to the airport and then gets on a plane. So during the entire process, there are trainers with them or keepers, depending on the animal, with them the entire time, and they stay at the new facility with them for 2 to 3 weeks to make sure that the animal has been acclimated to the new environment. And it certainly takes a long time. And say, recently we had to do this with our pilot whales. So we have the 4 pilot whales. Have you seen them before?
I don't think so.
They used to live at Dolphin Stadium. Then they have started to outgrow that. So we had to move them from Dolphin over into Shamu Stadium, which is obviously a lot larger. Where pilot whales can be 21 feet long. They're the second largest dolphin after killer whales, so they are large animals. So we had to use units like this and do that entire process with 4 animals just to get them from this side of the park to the other side of the park.
Wow.
That's
It
crazy.
takes a very long time. But our trainers that work with them over here stayed with them for a couple weeks at Shamu, and then they have introduced them new trainers in the new environment, and they're doing super well. So they're getting kind of their own area. If you go to Shamu underwater, that's slowly transitioning into being a semi-permanent pilot whale habitat. So they'll have access to all the pools like the killer whales do, but it's going to be more focused on them.
Okay.
So it's kind of neat. Anyway, questions on this part?
Yeah, so the whales in here, and you have water in here, obviously, to keep them wet. Like, is there? I mean, I know the trainers are with them, but their head is up in kind of this cavity. So is that kind of so they can't really see what's going on and freak out? I mean, is that kind of?
It could be related to that. Again, this is going to be all with more of a desense. So they're being trained on getting it and being desensed to it, because that's a process. So they're going to have the water in there. The sling connects to this thing. So they're still in the sling the entire time that they're in this unit. And it's obviously, you don't want them to like try to swim in a smaller containment. You don't want them to hit their head or something. So they're still in the sling.
And so the trainer is with them to like where you can like pet them or talk to them or keep them comfortable.
Like on top.
On top, okay.
Yeah. If you like, just come over here. Don't go between them because that's kind of weird. Those are two other units that you can kind of see. They're just smaller units, but they come in different sizes. So this is going to be a large animal, a little smaller. So that could be like a small manatee, thing, or a small dolphin or something. But basically, the trainer is going to be with them, whether they're next to it on a small unit or on top, or still next to with the large unit. So just to make sure they're doing well.
That's awesome.
So, all right, let's go. All right, one over here. These two are a couple of our rescue vans. You can come up onto the thing if you want.
Whoa.
So this is going to be one of our rescue vans that we do actually use. You'll see this is kind of the stretcher that I was talking about, but this one is going to be just for a general animal instead of a specific for a whale or something. So it doesn't have the flipper holes. It just is a big stretcher,
hammock,
sling, whatever you call it. So it's obviously going to be pretty sturdy to hold that kind of animal on there. Underneath it, you're going to see there's lots of padding. So you can't exactly just make a manatee stretcher. You have to modify it for an animal. So this is going to take the place of what would be a human stretcher. It's an ambulance, but it's for animals. So it's going to be dive gear here as well, and just have to dive down. So this is our larger one, and then the one next to it is just a smaller version, same idea. Over here is going to be more rescued animals. I'm going to take you this way though, because I can't go very far that way. I wish I could. There's some dolphin holding back here as well. Like this front one is kind of like a break pool for the dolphins who live at the cove or at the stadium. So, what?
See them?
If they pop their head up, they might be able to see them. I can't even go over there either.
Yeah, we're not allowed.
Over there because they work with them, but I'm not allowed to. It's like they're like we need a break from your family. It's like that. So they start showing signs of like, here, annoying or
like
so they'll come over here for a week or so. They're fine when they go back. They miss their family at that point.
Everybody needs a little time away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Under
the tents over there thing.
Those are going to be some other manatee spots. So you saw manatees out there. These are going to be other ones. One of those is our baby orphan pool. So under 6 month orphan, and I have never been back there.
Oh man, that's a tease.
I know. Those ones are fed with the bottle every 3 hours. So people are here 24/7 to feed baby manatees. Rough job, right?
Wow.
30 turtle holding. I think we still have some of Miami's dolphins here, but I'm not really sure. Miami's Sea Aquarium, their whole dolphin thing got ruined for them. So we were like, let's bring them here and use our pools. No charge, just do it because you need it. You need the facility.
Yeah. Hi, Brittany.
Family, I just found them. Maybe going back. So.
If you guys want to come up here.
this?
Do it. Dude, both fingers. Both fingers.
Good. This way, you guys wave across your body. You have to wave at your... Oh.
Hi!
This is also a really fun one. So if you guys put your hand up to your heart and then move your hand down, she'll actually wave at you dolphin style with her tail. You guys ready?
Yeah.
You guys watching? Okay, hand to your heart. You got it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. She can like pop the water. There you go. You can't really see me, but...
Oh, what? Oh, yay!
Okay, I'm gonna hand you an ice cube. You can just toss it right into her mouth, okay?
Oh my goodness. Can you see it? Go ahead, get up there. Get up there. Oh, good throw. Here, you want another?
You want one? Here you go.
Oh,
There you
good
go. Just make sure
throw.
that camera stays back. Okay?
Gotcha, gotcha. I won't hang it
Last
over.
one.
You don't want her to
Eat it. Right.
All right, you guys, have a good day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
That was neat.
Wow, yeah.
So there you, yes, you can go see them because Brittany said sure.
Thanks to a dolphin.
I missed my ice cream.
That's exciting. They don't usually do that. That's really neat.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I could
Because
tell.
they're normally like, we need a break from the other dolphins. So obviously, they're still going to get trained. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like they're going to sit back there for a week. So they're involved with training. But I've never had anybody ever had them be like, hey, come over here. Like, that's really
That's
cool.
amazing.
So,
Wow.
so this is going to be the front of that bird barn that I was talking about. You can see our
Goodness.
our number right now is 351 for this year. So we've got a lot. You'll see a couple flamingos, some flamingos in the back. So what's a group of flamingos called?
It's not a flock.
It is not a flag. Great guess. You're so good at guessing. It's a flamboyance.
Is it really?
Flamboyance of flamingo.
That's
I
amazing.
said flamingos.
I like that. That's very nice. So we have 3 flamboyances, one in the park, and then these 2. The one over here gets to do the flamingo walk every day. So they'll go walk them out through the park every morning. They do
Really?
That. Yep, that's for sure. This area, and you're welcome to like be creepy and do that whole thing. There's people in here. I mean, they work in here.
Oh,
but
yeah,
this
I
is
do
going to
see
be our
somebody.
lab area. So obviously, if we get a rescue animal in, we want to test their blood, make sure that they're good. What's going on the inside? And this is where we can do that. Our research team's also working here. I don't know what kind of research they're doing right now, but they're working here. Now, did you all see the dolphin show, killer whale show, sea lion show today?
We
Or
saw the
before?
sea lion show last time, but we didn't make anything today, actually.
Okay, so those animals and other trained animals in the park, like the belugas and the walruses and stuff, they are, you're gonna see those fun stuff like in the show. Those are more like natural behaviors because obviously dolphins jump out in the water and killer whales slide up onto the beach, like natural. The other half of their training is called husbandry. Do you know what that is?
I've heard of that, but no, I don't remember.
Healthcare / breeding of animals. So they're trained on the
Awkward.
healthcare part, which is a whole separate training. So a lot of our trained animals are trained on blood samples, urine samples, respiratory checks, length and weight measurements, dental x-rays, ultrasounds, eye drops, what they call trance, which just means be still. So trance. What else am I missing? I don't know. Pretty much anything that you can think of that you could do.
So much more complicated than you think.
Than what you see.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, exactly.
Ooh, a dolphin jumping on the water, how much fun, like you just did. Dolphin jumping on the water, dolphin
Yep.
waving at you. How cool. Yeah, it is, but you know what's cooler is that they can use that same kind of movement to do their tail flukes for the trainer to get some blood. And now that's going to be baby steps like the unit. It's not going to be like, okay, poke you with a needle. Like, that's never fun.
Yeah.
We don't do this
Yeah.
with humans. We just poke babies with needles. We don't do that with humans, but with the animals, we take baby steps. So it's going to start with just having the animal turn over. And that's kind of a weird thing. So turn over, present your tail flukes. All right, so take your tail flukes and just kind of like rub the spot where it is. Okay, eventually just kind of like tap it. Keep going on that, practicing that. Then like a poke, and then a fingernail, and then touch it with a needle. And then eventually they're so used to it at that point, you can just put needle in, take the blood.
Oh
you're
my
done.
goodness.
It's so quick. A lot of animals are trained on eye drops, and all they have to do is say eye drop, and then they Turn their head. Dolphins, you have to do a signal because they can't hear our voices very well. So.
I drop.
Yep, like our walruses, you can say eye drop and they go whoop, and they go for an eye drop. So, some of the seals are trained on trance, so you say trance and they until you say okay, and then they're good. And obviously they're reinforced, so gotta reinforce that. So,
Right.
Anyway, this is also where we can do all of that kind of stuff, is checking our own animals' things. Now, all the animals in the park are going to get a physical once a year, like we are supposed to do. I don't do that. But they do. And our vet staff is in charge of that. So they're going to get that physical once a year to make sure they're healthy. Now, obviously, there's some animals you cannot train in husbandry. Like, you cannot train a stingray to provide a blood sample. That does not exist. That would be very cool. It does not exist. So you have to just do it. You know, you gotta make sure that they're healthy. So let me show you this last room here. This is gonna be our cervical suite. So again, you'll have to do the creepy, like no one's in here right now. It's all of the operations happened earlier.
Oh, they got like a little bed in there.
Yeah, this is our operating room. So there's also a imaging room back here too. I think it's the next room back. Anyway, you'll notice that this room looks pretty similar to a human operating room.
Yeah.
The main difference is it's on wheels. So this area can house about a manatee, average size, not the big one that you saw yesterday, but about an average size manatee. Anything bigger, you need to go to them. So you certainly could not bring in a 3,000-pound walrus into this room. That would not work very well. So
It'd be pretty funny to
when
watch.
we do physicals, at the sea lion area, we have 75 sea lions. You've got to go to them. You're not going to bring 75 sea lions on here. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So our vet staff works with those animals, and more so with the rescue animals. Keeping that in mind, and the fact that they are in charge of SeaWorld, Aquatica, and Discovery Cove animals.
Wow.
How many vets do we have?
Oh my goodness.
15,000.
You probably don't have as many as you think.
1,000.
I'm thinking like 10.
4.
Wow, less than I was thinking.
You're at the right, on the right track.
I was on
4.
I was on 1.
So think about it. Oh, do you guys have a dog or anything?
I have one.
You have a dog. So if something's wrong with your dog, you know right away. You know pretty quick, right? You can tell, like, okay, dog's not eating, dog is acting weird, you can tell.
Yep.
Same idea with the animals who live with the keepers and the trainers. Even the stingrays, they can tell. If there's something wrong with this dolphin, something wrong with this pilot whale or killer whale or whatever, they're gonna know. But most of the time, there's nothing wrong with them. Why would there be? They're not gonna just have a broken rib from a boat. They're not gonna have just a random bottle cap in their throat like birds do. So our rescue staff works mostly with, our vet staff works mostly with the rescue animals. So much so is that our rescue staff is now part of the veterinarian staff. It's all one thing, veterinarian services. So they're all kind of together.
Okay.
So that goes with a lot of animals at SeaWorld and other zoos and aquariums. Is a lot of them live longer than they normally would.
Okay.
Some live the same as in the wild.
Right.
Other ones just live way longer. We have a couple dolphins who are in their 50s at Discovery Cove. Normally they live to be 20 or 25. We have some penguins who are over 30. Normally they live to be 15. They're literally double the age. We have, I know at least one seal over at Pacific Point. She has a son who is 20 years old, that's the average age, 20 to 23 or so. So she's about 48.
Wow.
She's a very old seal. Yeah, what's funny though is that she just had a baby over the summer, and she's 48 years old. Which would be kind of like a 170-year-old woman having a baby.
Right.
Crazy. So the boy, her son who lives at the Arctic, who was also born here, has a new brother who's 20 years older than him. Jeez. It's insane. But they're very healthy, and so that's...
Hey, that's all that matters.
Alright, don't cross the lines, but you can step on them if you'd like. We're not allowed to breed them. We're against the law. Alright, but speaking of sea turtles, there are one in each of these. There's one back there.
Oh yeah, I see it.
That is one of juvenile green sea turtles.
Okay.
Because that one didn't look very green. I think that's more yellow.
Yeah.
This one has a hole on the bottom of its shell. Their shells are part of their skeletal system, so it's their bones. So basically it has a big hole in its bone.
Wow.
Not only a big hole, it's about the size of a pencil. It's not healing, and it has been here for almost 2 years. So we give it routine treatments, nothing is healing completely. It has not been assessed yet by the FWC. So obviously if it's not healed, we're not going to have them assess it yet. That would make sense. So if it does heal completely, that'll be a great candidate to go back to the wild. If it does not ever heal, it will probably never go back to the wild because then it will just get an infection and die.
Is it most likely like like something damaged it,
Probably.
or?
We don't really know. Sometimes fish hooks can get into their shells.
Oh.
And that could happen. It could have been punctured by something in the wild. It could have been part of a boat accident. It could have been stuck in the net and dropped. Like, we have no idea.
Yeah.
All we know is that there's a hook. They could have just been some kind of infection in there. Like, the oceans are not clean.
Right. No,
They're not filtered water. It's the ocean, so there's lots of bacteria there. So we'll see how this one goes. Now this one is a different story. Check out its hind, its back.
Whoa.
You'll notice that it is floating awkwardly. This one is like that manatee that was floating, so it has an air bubble as well. Yeah, it's under its shell. So again, that's like a big air bubble in your bone. Not exactly what you want. Sometimes we can get air bubbles out of the sea turtle, but it's way harder. Okay. Because like it's not under its skin like the manatee. Take a look at. This is a loggerhead sea turtle.
It's
So
massive.
different kind. If you look behind its, hopefully it'll come this way. Behind its left eye, you'll see why it's here. It got hit by a boat right on its head. It has a big scar, and it also has not healed completely. So it's still an open wound, and they're receiving routine treatments to get it. But it has also been here for about 1.5 years or 2 years, like the one down there. Do you see that line on its head?
Yeah.
Yep. We think it could have vision damage. We're not 100% sure yet on that, but based on where it is, we're like maybe. But again, if it never heals completely, that's not a good candidate for release.
Right.
We'll see how it goes, and if it doesn't ever heal, then that's something for the FWC coordinator to say that cannot be released.
Yeah.
And again, would go like this one, try to figure out who can take this. Alright, no questions?
No, this is awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. I will go ahead and walk you back into the park.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'm gonna go play with some dolphins if you want to come join me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
All right.
Yeah. And by me, I really mean you're going to because I don't want to play with them. They're fine. But dolphins are not my favorite animal.
Really?
They're very overrated in my opinion. That's literally just me, in my opinion.
Right.
Most people are like, dolphins, my favorite thing ever. And I'm like, I mean, they're cool. They're very interesting. They're very fun. I love the dolphin show. But like, sharks are way cooler.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Yeah.
I gotta agree there.
It says I support sharks.
Yep, that's what my name tag says. I have another one that says healthy oceans, so I do also support them. Not that I don't support dolphins, but I just like sharks better, so.
I do like sharks a lot.
They're really neat.
I was following this guy for a while who took a sailboat pretty much crisscrossing back and forth from California to Hawaii.
Yeah.
But going back and forth, dragging a net behind him. Basically to do research about the amount of trash that he collected in the ocean. I can't remember the exact specifics of the findings, but it was really sad.
It's too much. What's the worst is that it's mostly a single-use plastic. So
Yeah.
straws, lids, bottles, bags, all those things.
All right, that's what I was explaining to her. She's like, "Is there a lid here?" I'm like, "No, they don't."
No lids, it's
No lids.
No lids, no straws. Yeah, well, come on down. He's going to grab some stuff to play, and we'll go from there.
Cool. All right, thank you. They're looking. That one's coming. What?
is the mixed one. There's our bachelor pod and nursery pod. We also mimic those. Our bachelor pod is at the stadium, so if you saw the Dolphin Day show today, you would have seen our bachelor dolphins. Those are the boys. And if you stopped at our dolphin nursery today, that's our nursery pod where our females live. Otherwise, thank you for stopping by and enjoying your last half an hour or so here at SeaWorld.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
we really
my
appreciate
pleasure.
it. It was awesome.
I was so happy to take
That
Can you
was-
take my hand too? Yeah. Yeah, no problem. It was awesome taking you back there. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah.
Play with some dolphins, got some good footage, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. For the YouTube.
An awesome first
I'm also.
This is the first time I've seen it?
Yeah.
Like,
Literally never been.
wow.
Except for a couple weeks ago when I brought her, I haven't been since like 8th grade. So
Wow.
this is kind of like the first time.
I'm so glad that yeah. I'm glad I found your manatee and like
Yeah.
you like animals. That's always fun. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Yeah,
Really
you're welcome.
appreciate it.
Have a good night.
All right.